This is day 186 of the Arukh HaShulchan OC. If you'd like to sponsor upcoming shir or more of the Arukh HaShulchan OC, please contact me directly. It'd be greatly appreciated. Today we are doing Siman Kuf Lamed AC Vav through Siman Kuf Lamed AC Yud Aleph. And we're still in the middle, of course, of Biblical Skir's Torah. Vav. Kasab Rabbeinu Rambam B'si Beis. In Batul Shabbos Achas Kir B'Parsha B'Tzibor. If you miss one Shabbos decree of the Parsha, then L'Shel Shabbos V'Kriyos Parshi Ma Parsha Shaychel Shabbos. Next Shabbos you make up the one you missed together with the Shabbos of the week. But even Yichel Emtza. Also they stop laying in the middle for some reason. Kohen Shabbos Abba. They read the following Shabbos. Yimakum Shenichli Ma'asedra Shaychel Shabbos from the place that they left off together with the Sedra, which is that week's Parsha. Mishnah Berurah says, Bi'alocha says, that there's a Shar Ephraim, I guess, who says that you don't stop that for the following week don't stop in the following week in the middle, but you go back to the beginning the next week. Back to the Arukh HaShulchan. Also Shabbos Bitlu Yushnei Stam B'Chabayim. What happens to the Shabbos they missed? There was a double parsha. Then Kohen Musam Shabbos Abba. You don't read the following parsha. Mishum Blomat Sinu Shikul Shosh Teres Basachas. Interesting. They can double up because you have fine parshas which are double up, but you never have fine triple up. Well, according to this, it follows that the next Shabbos is a double parsha in of itself. You wouldn't read the one from the week before. With volume to him, this is astonishing. Though came the Chaybi Mashal Crows, it's obligation to complete that which they didn't read. Mali Trey, Mali Klas, what does that make of it 2 or 3? Which brings down that the opinion of the Ram Mintz that you don't make up Maz parshas altogether. And it goes Minhagim, whatever that is. And that's the Rabbah says they always have to make up what they missed in the previous Shabbos. And that is also opinion of Magi Barim, so it is actually a difference of opinion. Even didn't miss several Shabbos, it's an obligation to complete all of them. I saw somebody passing that way in Halacha, which is the Eliyah Rabbah, and from the Hagos Minhagim, which you just mentioned. Not sure why it needed to be in the footnote. Mishnah Berurah writes that some say you don't, you're not mashlim, some say you are mashlim, and the Gemara sounds like you're not mashlim. Okay? Back to Arukh HaShulchan. If they missed a parsha at the end of a sefer, you shouldn't read it juxtaposed the following week to the next parsha, which is in a different seder. Because for fourth Aliyah is going to have to connect the two parshas. And you cannot connect, let's say, Bereshis to Shmos, Shmos to Vayikra. That's also what Avraham and the Marsha says of its own mood. You need an imperative that you can't give an Aliyah between the two seders, because we don't do that, but it's theoretically possible. But what problem is there if you connect across the boundary of a sefer to a sefer? Mishnah Berurah brings up opinions, and he says that the minhag, those who are knowing to make up the from sefer to sefer, doubling up in 1 week, lo hifsid. Is that what he says? We don't have to protest it. Okay. And amen. Back to the Shulchan. Obligation to make it up. It's the following Shabbos. But that's only in the following Shabbos. They want to make it up in the middle of the week. Shar. It's not possible. Lo need kan shiva krim rak b'Shabbos. Going to do 7 aliyos in Shabbos. Shekru b'shem chamishi. B'shlosh krim yachad. Ima parsha. To read it with 3 krim on a Monday or Thursday. Lo tiyak kitakanas chachamim. It's not going to be according to Hakadosh chachamim. Mil sevadai micholtem likroso b'Shabbos b'mincha. If you can do it by Shabbos mincha, you could shiva krim. Yitzofu b'zeh gam parsha ba. Okay, so that obviously is more lenient with Shabbos b'mincha. I guess it's still Shabbos. You can add aliyos. Sharatzian says they should read the order of the parsha they missed in Shachris before the one which is begun by mincha, and then they say before the beginning of mincha. Should read the same Shabbos before the beginning of mincha. I guess because in mincha there, Taka he holds that you can't add to the olim. Just before mincha you can. They say Asher V'Tzion, and then you do the kriya of mincha as is normally done. Okay, so this is not the way the Arukh HaShulchan says. The Arukh HaShulchan says you should do one kriya with 7 aliyos. The Mishnah Berurah says you do 2 kriyos, one with 7 and one with 3. Big machlokes here. It's not because of Shabbos. It's only on Shabbos. I would pay about Shem Chamish Shabilu a kriya if the kriya was not performed or b'Shabbos mincha. Near the answer, Hashem Matziv, you don't have to make it up. Shall you crew b'Shabbos haba? They're going to make it up in the following Shabbos. Some say Shem Bilu b'Yom Sheni, you crew b'Yom Shlishi. Wow. Miss Monday, do it Tuesday. They shall include Shlosh Yom Lo Torah. So it's not to go 3 days out of Torah. It's Elio Rabbah. So near a cloud doesn't make any sense. Not clear at all. Likros b'Torah levrech brachos b'Yom Shlo Tiklu Chagami. Chagami they were mistaken that on Tuesday. Say for rainy. Some argue for a different reason. Only cancel b'Shabbos Shabbos. There's only Matzakon b'Shabbos the market. They show his pato kriyas haseter legamri. So that the parsha should not be completely. That parsha the previous week should not be completely eliminated. Came Rosh Chodesh. Became Rosh Chodesh. Yonta b'Tayin Sibur Sheni's Batla Kriya. Also, if you miss Rosh Chodesh, Yonta b'Tayin Sibur. Answer the cross will be a market of the meeting another week because it's not part of the order. And then you meant Chayeshlos. That's the Loch Lamaisa. Came Shabbos Shabbos. The Koko says you should mafti of after and he's about to base the Siba. Some reason couldn't do the Haftorah. And so Hashem doesn't make it up. Lonika El said Jozuval Acheres. This Haftorah is specifically relevant to this parsha, not to any other one. Funny really also see to me the Shalokor Sedra Mashlima So Shabbos. So if they didn't read the Sedra this week and make it up next week, so Mafti Lamashte Haftorahs. Wow, cool. Yes, they both Haftorahs together. Came when Shakora Sedra Shlosh, since they just now read it Sedra, they have to say it's Haftorah. On my side this year we had coronavirus and we had many weeks in which many of us missed many lanings. I'm sure there are medaktikim who made it up. But I'd like to mention at this point a Rabbon was one of my favorite Rishonim in the brachas who says that if you Mishnah Micha Bechot Targum was Be'ikar made for times when people cannot make it to shul to hear Kriyas HaTorah. So people who make shul to hear do Kriyas HaTorah and Rabbon surely don't have to do Mishnah Micha Bechot Targum. So it stands to reason the flip side as well. If you do Mishnah Micha Bechot Targum, it's not as imperative to actually go and make up the lost parshios. And in fact, I think the majority of us who missed did not make up the lost parshios, although I'm sure the Yechidim Shashem Koire who did. Ches. Who are the 3 people called up? Kohen Kodem Rishon. Kohen comes first. Achav Levi, Achav Yisrael. We should begin. Yushalmi Sham Plukta. It's Machlokes Yushalmi. And the Rosh Bishon in Gittin. Shemachai Mer Shazel Mir HaTorah. It says Mitoraisa. Make Noah Kohanim Bnei Levi Bador Kol Ziknei Yisrael. Torah is given to Kohanim Bnei Levi and then go Kol Yisrael. Rishon Levi Shazel Rabban. Rishon Levi in the Yerushalmi holds it's the Rabban. L'shash Lona Mashal Eji David the Raisa Ayin Sham. Our Shas it seems like the Raisa. Is that Shem by Mishnah? Shazam Ne Darkei Shalom. It says the Mishnah is because of Darkei Shalom, but generally speaking, it's not an actual Raisa. Gemara explains the Avogad L'Chominei Kovid Shenu Mechuyev V'Nitein Kohen. Even though all the honors were obligated to Kohen. Like to make the bracha first in the meal. Lito money yafel yishon to get the best portion first. Here see like it says v'kidashto chamar sha'af shanu mechayevin lechabdo, meaning that we're supposed to respect him. Yochel imcha on all these things he could be moicha. Commercial we're going to be on zeb subsidian kuf chavches as our Rosh explained previously. Ayin sham I see him in the gam zeh yochel imcha. I might say you have to be moicha this. Shleiku Rishon Latero, they shouldn't go up. Get the first aliyah. Kamashon Tigul Chachamim. The Dark Yisrael says it's Chemes the Chachamim into because the Dark Yisrael that it should not be Michael. Shleiku they Michael shouldn't come to a dispute. Shleiku Yebichol Tobi Michael. Therefore they prevented you from being Michael the Kohen from being Michael the first aliyah. The Mishnah the Sharat Sion is not sure if you're diving with a minyan in your house, but not so many more people. If in that case the Kohen can be Michael or not. Okay, I'm sure. I don't think the minhag said he can. Test. Minig Pashat Shafil Kohen Amoretz Kodem because of Nech Chacham Goro. Because a minhag today is that even a Kohen who's an Amoretz gets precedence over a Talmud Chacham. Who shall Kohen the cross? This Kohen knows how to read. Shim any of the cross doesn't know. Hechel Berachot Torah is going to make a bracha on the Torah. Miyachol the cross of Shliach Tzibur, but if you can read with the Shliach Tzibur Mila b'Mila. Come on, of course, that's what we do today. We don't do it out loud. We do it together with Shliach Tzibur. Bialocha writes that you should see the Chai Adam that's best Lizor L'Chatchila that a Kohen Amor should not come to Tam Chacham if there's a Kohen Chaver in the base Medrash. Okay. Back to Arukh HaShulchan. B'Shablan who go Klal Dakti B'Zeh Uchol according to the Kohen Kodem. This is today we call Kohanim even they don't know how to read. I believe that Eidoth Mizrach do not, however. This is Ashkenazim or Makeup, but not Eidoth Mizrach. But that's from memory. I don't know if he says anything actually about it. Back to Arukh HaShulchan. The Kavanas Rabbeinu Beis Yosef Shafilam HaKohen Moichel Lo Mahani. The Kohen, even the Kohen is one of the Moichel is covered. It doesn't work. I'll be sure to see Progo though be as the Deus me going the Mechilim will tell him in the Beis Yosef. The Mechaber writes as some opinions of him who allow Mechila. Come nevertheless, Meisik Shami concludes Batzmo himself she'ena minakei. That's not the minhag. I feel Mechila Mahani and Mechila is not effective. And this is the widespread minhag. The people were in place will reveal not Meitar Mispashla as a pachas him and the leprosy. Obviously, metaphorically, has spread among them. Shemash Gimel Kohen Klau. They ignore the presence of Kohanim. The Kohen Yisrael Malkum Kohen. They call Yisrael instead of a Kohen. Av Shisham Kam Kohen. Instead of a Kohen present. The Gam Ein Mevakshim. They also don't ask Mechila Som. They're Mechila. Av Shino Moyil Kosh Kosam. He never said Mechila doesn't work, but they don't ask them Mechila. We Onesh Gadol. They are suitable for him. Severe punishment. Gracie Benai also I saw this happens as the Arukh HaShulchan. I shout at them until they accepted not to do this anymore. They didn't even know that there was such a kapeda that the Kohen should go first under any circumstances. I'm not sure if he's going to mention it. Obviously, there are those who will ask the Kohen to leave the room if they need an extra liyah. That's my experience. Very often the Kohen refuse. They don't always relent and say, sure, no problem. Okay, good. The Gemara Shem avoid the Rak Shabbos Yom Tovim the Shchikarim Beis HaKnesses only on Shabbos Yotiv when many people in the shul. Then Tiknu Shlo Yichol Kohen L'Chol. Then they made that concept that the Kohen cannot do my Bechel is covered. Avshem Chamish Yochel L'Chol, but for Monday Thursday he can. Chen goes to Kasva Rosh Vatur. No Mateis Viskas V'Shom that Ino Shchicha B'Shem Chamish Yikol Shabbos Yotiv. Now we have as many people in shul on Sunday on Monday and Thursday we have on Shabbos, and therefore he can't be Moichel. The Bartanur writes the same thing. That's why it's forbidden. That's why Shulchan Aruch holds like this. Do not bring down this opinion that you could on Monday and Thursday the Kohen doesn't have to come first. Nevertheless, I'm astounded, says Arukh HaShulchan. Even though Rosh Vatur feel like can't since Rosh Vatur hold that way, if you at least bring down their opinion. Not sure why not. Vodis of Gemara says the Gemara the Rav Kari b'Makom HaKohen. Rav ran instead of a Kohen. Hey Rav Huna, I feel b'Shabbos Yatzav. B'Shabbos Yatzav ran in place of Kohen. Shum Shir Rosh Goyla because they're head of the exile, the heads of the exile. B'Chol Yisuk V'Ilem all Jews were subordinate to them. Obviously that is not relevant today. Feel Rambam Perush Mishnah. Even the Rambam writes the Chosav. The Chalilo Akim Kohen Amoritz Yisrael Tam Chacham Chas v'Shol to give Kohen Amoritz a Blaliyah before Yisrael Tam Chacham said the thing has come in El B'Shol Malor. He also said the Kohen goes first only when all other ways they are equivalent. But Kohen Amoritz but by Kohen Amoritz they say Mam said Tam Chacham Kohen Amoritz and Mam said Tam Chacham becomes before Kohen it was Amoritz. That was what he wrote Peish Mishnais become B'Chibulo. But in the Yad Lo Kasakei doesn't write that. It doesn't write that way. Because of Shaminag Agdim, I feel Kohen Amoretz. He says the current minhag is to give precedence, even the Kohen Amoretz, Mitam Chacham over Tam Chacham, who is highly accomplished in wisdom. But Tam Maminhag, and the reason for the minhag is the Sfirle holds but the Tam Chacham call them that which Tam Chacham takes precedence, Zel Sharvar, but it's for other things. Yes, the term in Aliyas. When they made that corner of the coin, should we read first? Ain't chiluk b'zeh, we don't distinguish whether it's a chaver or an amoritz. And Noor brings that down, the Rambam. He goes, unless a minhag and okain, I shall make is not like that. I have got the stvile the gam Aliyas, ha-teira tam b'chachim koidem. Even though he holds, I'm sorry, skip. Sorry, I did not skip. I read it wrong. Because the Rav writes like the Rambam Perisham Shais in Kosav the minhag and okay, but he writes the Rav writes that that's not the minhag. Ayin Sham. Avagas really Gamalias to the Torah Tamachom. Even though the Rav holds, like the Perush Mishnah said, the Al should come first. Nevertheless, he said it's not the minute. But so Tam Acher. So you have to say why not. So another reason. Behind the Bedoros Hachronim, later generations, Yovli de Machlekes B'dinzeh. People are going to argue. Machlekes the Shem Shamayim of Yisrael celebrate Yisrael slaughter, and they'll never back down. Shazeh Marnigo Dom Yuchayich will say I'm greater than you. Meladata Yesh Tama Mishnah Darkei Shalom. Therefore, the rational Mishnah Darkei Shalom certainly applies on his the Fizeh, therefore say ain't Shum Heter Akim Yisrael Kohen. There's no legitimate basis to give Yisrael the Aliyah and Seven Kohen. Up b'mchilas kohen if the kohen is Michael and kohen mitzvah tzesi beis haknesses. Here we have it. Unless you want to leave the shul kohen k'nes Torah does b'echrech l'kol Yisrael, then you are compelled, so to speak, to call Yisrael. Yirav Armin Hashem Kid Noktina we hold im ein Hashem kohen nispar the chabil. There's no kohen. The order, literally the package is broken up. There are three interpretations. Perush Echad, Perush Rashi. I'm only going to see the first page today, evidently, because this is the last super doing day. Page Rashi Shein Levi Kore Cloud. No, Levi's not called up. It goes on very good base. Nearly the time of the watch the Chora HaTorah K which should call Kidam. It says nearly the time should over again. Says this what seems to be the reason. The Chora HaTorah. It's in the Torah. Came to also coin Levi Yisrael. Since it puts coin for Levi Yisrael, you can't change coin. You'll click Dam Levi Yisrael. So it should be there was no coin. The Levi should come first. Zekamash does coin tells no. The ain't okay. It's not like that. Hey, Masai, Kidcha Torah Levi, Shake them Yisrael. When the Torah give the Levi Kedusha to come before Yisrael, she's going. When there's coin there, I will change coin. If it's not coin, ain't Yichuso Klum. As Yichus doesn't count. The fact that he's Levi. We learned this bus of the Kwani B'nai Levi. Meaning when they B'nai Levi, Sheikh Demuli saw they should come before regular Jews. Sheikh Cohen was Cohen present. He said, Because you say actually the opposite. The Rashai goes, if Levi doesn't go first, maybe he can go after Yisrael. That's what the comment says. No. The Akopanim Areu Kadosh. Yosem Yisrael, he's still more kosher than Yisrael. The Eino B'din, Yisrael, it's not appropriate for Yisrael come before him. Male, the Eino no cloud. That's why he doesn't get it out all together. Chitam Yala, Rishon, maybe we should go first, as we were saying in other opinions. Achar Yala, Yisrael, and Yisrael should go, V'lo Mishum Din Kedima. And nothing to do with coming first. The Yishtomai Dim Yala Rishon, no, because might say if he goes up first, Yomri will say to be Din Teida, Kadim La Yisrael, that the Torah actually requires the Levi to be first. A Torah could be the Chiv Dimaso, Eina Ella Sheyesh Kohen. The Torah. And that's, we know that's true. They only has Kedim when there's Kohen there. Levi Kerech Mikan Kerech Mikan. Levi's remains bald on both sides. Can't go first, he can't go up after Yisrael. But Ola Cloud, he doesn't get an Aliyah at all under those circumstances. Again, that's only the first Perush. As we shall see, Yetz Hashem as we get to them.